What's going on, guys? It's Lady B. We've got the sneak peek into the newest hero skin to come, and we've got some more ATN action. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to get a sneak peek into what the newest hero skin looks like for the April Gold Pass, and you're going to get to see the most recent war. No, not the World Championship warm-ups, but the most recent war, which just followed the warm-ups for ATN, and that was the first match for ESL Meisterschaft. For the April Gold Pass, we're going to get to see a new hero skin for the Royal Champion. So I know she feels like the most neglected hero out there to never get a skin, but this month we will be getting a new skin for her. And you can see her kind of moseying around. You can already get an idea what it is. If you guessed it, yes, it is indeed a rogue skin. So we now have the Rogue Champion. And look at that. I saw that. Did you see her toss that coin? I don't know if that's an homage to The Witcher or if that's just some of her thievery at hand. But you notice the new look not only includes a hood, but she's got that COVID safety mask or something that's going to help keep her identity a little bit more hidden as she tries to pillage and raid your villages at home. So she's got a nice new clean look to her. Give her a little spin around here. I actually really like this, and I'm happy to see kind of more of a set working along, though we don't have the warden yet, but we do have the king, the royal champion now that'll be coming up, and the queen that will all be part of this rogue series of hero skins. So let me know what you think in the comment section below about this new skin. And if you are going to purchase the gold pass, don't forget to help support a creator. You can simply do that by going into your settings button, going into more settings, scrolling all the way down to this little support a creator spot where you can enter a code for specific creators. So if you're looking to support my channel, you can use code LADYB. Just as simple as that, and make sure to send the code. Now that you've got a chance to see the lovely new hero skin to come for the April challenge, let's head in to see what ATN has been up to. If you missed the war, this one you're going to want to stay tuned to. Now, you guys might have seen, already know, that ATN did win the World Championship warm-up. So they are the 2020 World Champions. They have just gone into 2021 with this warm-ups, flexing hard and taking the win, saying they're ready to go into the 2021 World Championships fighting and looking to take that crown again. But they've just started up ESL Meisterschaft. ESL Meisterschaft is the German division of ESL and has some amazing, incredible competition. It's going into its third season. It just started, but ATN is the two-time reigning champs of ESL Meisterschaft. So they're going into the season looking for more victory. I mean, they've got crown after crown after crown. So their first match you're going to get to take a look into. We'll have another match later this week. We'll be doing about 2 matches every week for 5 weeks till they get their group phases and then head into the finals. But this one you're not going to want to miss. These guys are on absolute fire. They seem to fail to disappoint, and correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments if you think otherwise, but they're truly showing their ability to reign over so many different clans and using a ton of different varieties of attacks. So without further ado, let's take a look into ATN versus Odin's. It is go time. BuMm coming in. He is not taking that 4th spot. We know that 4th spot is like the kiss of death. He's trying to switch it up. Let's see if it makes a difference for him today. Coming in with the Blizzard Lalo. We've got the blimp sailing through right to the outside edge of the town hall here, where it can easily get those zaps out and pick up a lot of nice value, including the multi-targeting Inferno. Looking pretty solid, and gets that clan castle lure as well. Final invisibility spell goes down. He continues to get the pull there. Does he get everything out? Yes. Did we get all the super minions out? Pulling it over to a nice dark corner there. So we can have the king and queen pick it off nice and quick. Good handling of this. So we have a pretty good start to the base shaped up already, just with this corner, just with this edge notched out. The king, queen, and royal champion, though, to do even more. Looking to push in, take on the scattershot and the eagle chamber. But the question is, can he pick off maybe one of the air sweepers? There is going to be some resistance here depending on where he decides to come in from this Lalo. He might actually have to push the Lalo coming into the air sweeper, depending. Let's see which way he winds up coming in from. I like the archer up top taking care of that storage. Remember, time is always a huge issue. He is coming in from the bottom side of the base. Queen doesn't have the full reach to take on the air sweeper, so we will see some resistance, and the royal champ not necessarily cutting across. Can she continue to work through, pick up just a little bit more? So we do have the freeze to help hold off not only the scatter shot, but the air sweeper. It's a good position for it. And now the warden ability in a perfect position here, because this is where we see typically all the traps is in the core of the base. So that is huge to have not only the freeze, but the warden ability to help get through that nasty center. BuMm coming back with a vengeance. And why? Because he didn't hit fourth. He doesn't come in with the fourth attack position, and he absolutely nails it. Look how many loons he's got left over here. Look at all the cleanup between the minions, between the ice pups and the headhunters to boot. Lovely, lovely start to the war here for ATN. Sheesh. It went away, thank goodness. So we've got Beasts Royal, who've got to be maybe shaking in their boots with the start of this war with what BuMm just threw down. But we'll see how they can respond. So Beasts starts off the funnel here by dropping the Yeti, dropping a baby dragon to get the push coming in here for this hero opener. Now, he gets going with this first. We do have the blimp and we have some invisibility spells. I'm curious to see. It doesn't seem like quite enough to do a blizzard. So I'm curious to see if he's going to use the invisibility spells here for the royal champ to come through and pick up some good value. Big push with the ice golem to help tank. Queen's in a good spot, able to hold on to her ability while taking down the hound. Royal champ comes through. Unfortunately, a little bit of tanglement coming in from those pups, and the queen is just about to fizzle out. So has to launch that Seeking Shield early. We do have these invisibility spells, though, to try and carry the royal champ across, take out the eagle so he can navigate a much better pathing. But the question remains, what's going to happen with this multi-targeting Inferno? Because there's not enough to actually get through and get in, which I do suspect he wanted to try and push for. This is going to be a tough spot. We need to, well, actually, if the blimp's coming in for the town hall, we can possibly push the warden ability to get through into that core where the multi remains and likely all the traps are. GGP, thank you for the follow. So hound sails across. We've got the blimp sailing through, and this is where we should see it clipping the ability. And yes, we do. Loon sailing through, but nothing quite getting into the center of the base. Will we get the split going in? Yes. The haste carries it through very quickly, but you can see there's traps there strategically placed to knock out those loons. Skelly's in tow with the freeze to try and quickly take out the queen, but the loons did not survive. So it does become a little bit more of a risk for the Skellies to try and take it down. They do wind up entangled with the king, with the Tesla, and it's not enough. They are completely sidetracked there. And the core remains. Loons trying to work their way around. Now they are spread out quite a bit, which isn't a bad thing for the splash. It does give them what they need to try and work their way through. One last final freeze to go down to hold off the air sweeper, try and push these loons across, give them the fighting chance to take down the rest of the defenses. But we've only got 28 seconds left to go on the clock, and the minions and pups are going to struggle to get through this. Too many storages on the board. Even if those defenses go down, there is not going to be enough time for the cleanup on this one. Minions trying to work through, but they will get picked off one by one by that Tesla trying to get through the air sweeper. Ooh, and some of the last of those remaining traps inside the core of the base still pop through. But again, it wasn't going to be enough time-wise. That did actually stand a much better chance than I would have thought, not getting everything he wanted out of the initial opener. So a 94% might sit them in a good position if it does come down to a percent war. I'll try and show it at the end if you'd like, but I will have to pop back for work, so I won't be able to do all replays at the end here. But I'll show you that one replay at the end if you hang tight. Let's see, we've got Vale coming in with the Zapquake. Wait, did his Zapquake actually work this time? Zapquake picks up the value that he wanted coming through. Now, he's notoriously had some issues through the World's warm-ups with the Zapquakes, missing a couple of times. It still didn't falter his plans. He was able to get the job done regardless. But let's see if he can do the same now that he's actually hit it on the point. So no log launcher for you guys. I know that's what you were hoping to see, but he does start off with a nice Sui opener, king and queen to take down the town hall. We've got the royal champion working through ice golem to tank for her, but we want to pick off this multi-targeting inferno. And because we've been able to spare her ability, let's see how much more actual value she can possibly pick up here. The unfortunate thing is that this bow has been targeting the royal champ most of the way. So we're not going to see as much as we possibly could have if the golem had kept the main focus. Queen comes in to help out, and she is holding on to the ability as well. So forces a queen ability. Is it going to be enough to get the scatter shot down? It was such a lovely push, and we do have the Stone Slammer in place. Stone Slammer here to help tank for that scatter shot, comes right in and also helps distract the queen. We'll have the dragon pop out, take her down, and this freeze holds her off nicely to give that dragon everything he needs to get her done. Does the job and will help with cleanup. We've got the Lalo sailing through nicely. You can see how clean this path is to each defense moving through. And because he dropped the Zapquake early, he doesn't have to worry too much about many traps on the back end here. We get a late warden ability that actually helps with some of the loons as they try and work through the multi, but it doesn't get everything in. However, he held on to a few for the back end, and with the assist of the haste, they're able to sweep their way in and work along. But do you believe it that we still actually have a hound tanking here that entire raid? Nothing was going to stop this one. Nothing. I can't imagine anything that would have stopped this attack once he got that opener in place. Vale showing that he doesn't need a log launcher to absolutely demolish, coming through, throwing down the 3-star. Okay, let's see. Chilluminati. I kind of like this name. Coming through with some more Zapquake here. Robot Dude, thank you for the follow. So it comes in with the Zapquake to start off, shaping up this path for the Lalo. Doesn't quite get the queen, but that's not a big deal. Oh, there we go. One more lightning. We held on, waited for that queen to settle in place and gets it down. That was nice use of the royal champ as well to pick up some good value in this section. So we get the push coming in. We want to take down the multi, take down the scatter shot. Can it get as far as taking down the eagle? That seems like a bit too much to ask coming through. Definitely need to get past this damage CC, which is going to take up a lot of steam here, but the king forging his way through, helping to tank so the queen can reserve her ability as long as possible. She still needs to step her way into that multi-chamber, and we do know that we're going to have to worry about this multi in the core of the base and potentially some Teslas inside that will pull the Lalo in. So the warden ability, which is going to be used coming in for the town hall, needs to help kind of extend some of it through into that center. Queen finally forcing that ability will take down the warden tower, but that's about all she wrote there. We do have the Stone Slammer lining up to push its way inside the core of the base. That's a good spot for it because it means the rest of the loons can path to the outskirts and the traps will be absorbed by the actual Stone Slammer itself. Well, a good portion of them. Let's see if there's any more to come. Loons come out. We've got a baby dragon to help with the cleanup. This is solid. Looking beautiful. Where were those Teslas, by the way? Where the heck were those Teslas? Because they were not inside that base. They were along the outskirts leading up to the town hall there. So this does work out very well for Chilluminati. Coming in, throwing down the 3-star. And look how much time is left on the clock. Just about a minute left over. And he is absolutely wrecking through. So much left over, similar to what we saw with BuMm coming in with that Lalo from the start. GG. Ooh, here we go. You're asking about Jojo. And here he is in the flesh. Jojo. Oh, coming in with some Lalo. We did actually get to see this. It was few and far between. There was a lot of spam over the weekend from ATN, which I can't complain about because it's nice to see the variety that they come in with. But you guys know and love them for their Lalos, particularly Jojo, whose namesake is Lalo 23, bringing us through with the Sui opener. We've got the king to take the lead, wants to force through, take on this chamber. We need to take down the eagle, royal champ, to see if she can push a distance here. Is it going to be enough to get that scatter shot down? Are we talking about a big ask here on this one? We still have that multi as well that is looking mighty nasty in the core with the air sweeper, but the Seeking Shield knocks off the air sweeper. The royal champ is not going to have enough to work her way through to take on that multi-targeting Inferno. The queen does have her ability still to burn through, but going to have to do it quickly. We do knock off this 6 o'clock corner, most of it, bar the multi-targeting Inferno. So we come in with a pretty decent opener, but we still have to worry about the Clan Castle troops. Headhunters come out. What do we have to help take them on? We've got the poison down. We've got the loon to keep them in place and hold them off. But what does he do? He drops the Stone Slammer. Why? Because it's going to take on some of the damage and hold them there just a little bit longer. So perfectly placed, perfectly timed to get that through. And the Stone Slammer also absorbs the impact from the scatter shot here as it works through. Can we see it cut across into the multi-chamber? That would be ideal, because if there's any traps there, it will soak up those traps as well. Loons forcing their way through. Oh, nice haste. And that was good because the core traps knocked them out completely. Had they not hasted in, might have been a little bit slower going and he might not have gotten it knocked down. Warden timing perfect to get the loon safely past the town hall, but it actually helps them stay slightly safe through some of the damage coming in from the scatter shot. One more freeze he can actually use to hold off the scatter, which is good because the loon's path completely around it. Oh, he's got to have this all day long here. We do have the defending hound in the core with the pups trying to take it down, but nothing's going to stop this. Even the skellies come in to help pick off that scatter shot here. 29 seconds remain, and this is a done deal for Jojo. I got to say, we look at these raids and you look at Jojo taking out a small corner of the base and you think, surely that's not enough. There's so much base to have to Lalo through, but this shows the skill of a good Lalo attacker. The value that was picked up was great, but it's the skill of pushing your path through, and that's what Jojo shows here. I think ATN's riding high off their win over the weekend from the World's warm-up. So we've got Janix for Odin's, who has been a formidable match so far. We've seen some great attacks coming through. Can they keep up the pressure and see if they can get a slip up from ATN? Because that 94% 2-star that they pulled in could serve them some good if this does come down to a percent war. We get the blimp successful at that. Yeti blimp coming in to take on the 130 chamber as the queen rolls her way through to start lining up for this Chinese smash. Gets the opening to push a queen in. Baby Drag ensures her pathing here. Couple wall breaks needed to really get the opening to connect this queen into that scattershot chamber. And with the king setting in place, looking to create the funnel, we should have the Pekkas down and set with the super wizards behind here, right at that 1030 side. And we've got a nice opening as well. This works perfectly because of the openings in the walls, the natural ones, to allow the pathing through and through. King cutting across takes on that scattershot chamber, or I'm sorry, the Inferno chamber, and even comes through to join forces ever so slightly with the Pekkas. But his main objective, take on that town hall. We want to see the queen working her way through, I would say, the core of the base, but with the connection here, this final jump, getting into that single chamber, it is perfect. There's an opening right outside of the base, so everything can work through into the scatter shot chamber. Queen has to force the ability here. No healers on her to get her through, but she gets just enough to take down that scatter shot, and it is huge. Only problem I see in this one is that the Royal Champ has already burned through the ability, but there is a rage left over. A lot of time left, 1:06 on the clock. Everything needs to wrap into the scatter shot chamber, and that rage being patiently held off until that point to get everything working through, because he knows that damage is going to hurt. So gets that at a perfect spot, rages things, moves them up quickly, and now the healers benefit from it as they work through towards the scatter. The king might pose an issue. As far as time, it's not going to be huge, but he's got that headhunter. Headhunter comes through, distracts the king, so everything can take care of the cleanup. Oh, this is beautiful. Janix coming in with another solid 3-star here for Odin's. These guys are not backing down, I'll tell you that. Oh, snap. Oh, it is. Ast is going to be the last one. Told you. Ast is last. Lenaide coming through. Oh, he's got my attention. Some Zap Quake Lalo. It is a good day when you get to see Lenaide throwing down a Lalo. What I am surprised. Whoa. Lenaide. Did Lenaide and Vale switch brains here? Because we've got the Zap Quake log launcher. Lalo coming in from Lenaide. Oh, snap. I feel like they switched thinking caps here. Let's see. I'm so accustomed to seeing Lenaide's lovely queen charges. I love his queen charge Lalos if he's not doing a hybrid. So this is something a little different from him. Queen does work away from the push. We wanted to see her in for that scatter shot. Is the king going to have enough power to actually work through and take it on in the center? Ice golems are there, but they don't. Oh, come on. Come on. They don't hold off long enough to get that down. Queen on the outskirts doesn't help. So we sneak in a loon. Is a loon going to be enough to work through and take it down? Oh my goodness. Air sweeper pushes it back. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle to get. Whoa. Did the ice golem get it knocked down? Did the ice golem actually get it knocked down? Come on now. Holy jeez. This gives so much more out of this queen who's going to take care of all of the cleanup. It was unfortunate we didn't see her go for the scatter shot in there. So he does have to haste some loons coming in. This queen has done nothing good for him. I'm going to tell you that. This queen has done absolutely nothing good for him, but there's still not that much base left. It's just this pesky scatter shot that now remains. Warden has to use this ability coming through over the town hall here. Skelly's trying to pick off what loons are working their way through for the scatter, which does finally go down. All heroes are down, so it's just a matter of forging through some of the cleanup. Oh, this is done. This is done. Easy peasy. I mean, considering how much of a struggle bus it was, it still works out with so much left over here. We even have the minions inside the base taking care of the cleanup on the storages, getting that working through. And the hound comes through, soaks up the traps, creates some pups, and there you go. We've got additional cleanup coming in to save the day. Easy peasy, right? Goodness, Lenaide. That log launcher Lalo is just too OP. And the queen didn't even get, the queen did nothing. Are we wagering on this one? I want to see how confident he is. We wager in a sub. If you get that right, I'll gift you a sub. If you don't get it right, then you'll have to sub to me. You wager a 3-star. Optimus, we've got coming in with the 4th attack for Odin's. ATN has done a superb job so far going 4 for 4. Gliv keeps telling us that Ast is going to 2-star in the end, which would mean if we see Optimus Prime come in with a triple here, it puts him in a good position to maybe hold off ATN. We're going to see if Gliv actually wants to wager on this one. Odin's coming in, Optimus Prime coming in with the drag attack. Now he's got Skelly spells to actually distract for this. Typically we see the Skellies for our Inferno Drags to help with the distraction. But adding this for a little bit of assist to give the dragons more value as they work across. It is working kind of nicely. And it even helps out with the heroes as well. The Queen's been able to hang on to the ability, as is the King, who's able to just use it to power through the Eagle Chamber. Still want to see them wrap through and take on the scatter shot. We've got a lot of dragons left over, still remaining, but we've got that 80 that stands, and we are seeing the dragons that are going to have to push back inside this base as they work around from the outside now. But with the Queen and Royal Champ ability, I'd say this is looking like it's absolutely wrecked. 1:43 on the clock. Plenty of time to get the job done here. Just being very patient on the timing of using this Queen ability and using the freeze placement. The freeze can be used for the single targeting Inferno to give the Queen what she needs to get through, because the dragons will get picked off, but they're already getting picked off by this air defense between the Archer Tower, between the air defense. It's a tough go, but he knows it's that single that's going to be the biggest threat here. Cam coming in with a gifted sub. Thank you, Cam. Forces a Queen ability. Tries to get a little bit more out of her. Wants to get through this chamber. Here we go. Freezes up the single. Was it too early? Finally comes in. She gets her shot on the single targeting Inferno. And she gets knocked down. The King comes in. Oh, was this just a tiny bit off? Can the archers get it done? No, they can't. This huge slip up will cost Odin's 2 stars. Now means ATN just needs a safe 2, and it's a win. Oh, that's tough. Oh, come on. I was rooting for this one. So this has been an exciting battle from the start. It's unfortunate to see just a small error like that. It's a small error, but it turns into a huge result for ATN here, because now we know a safe 2-star will win this war. Whoa. We've got more log launcher Lalo action. Is Vale planning all of these attacks? Tell me what's... And Vale didn't even come in with one of the log launchers. You kidding me? He's trying to spread the love to the team here. So we get the Zapquake coming down. Gets that roundabout. We still have one lightning spell left over, which can be used potentially to finish off that Queen, or used to help with... I don't think it would be used to help with the clan castle troops. What are we doing with that? What are we doing with that last lightning spell? I mean, if there's headhunters, it can be used there too. So we get a nice big kill squad coming through. There we go. Some show value. Finally knocking off that Queen. Pushes through. We've got the CC coming out. The log launcher, unfortunately, does not open up the core of the base, which is really what you wanted to see it do. You want it working through. It won't make it as far as the town hall, but if you can get the pathing straight to the core open, it's ideal. It would help this out. But the key defenses are taken down, and we still have the Royal Champ's ability. Oh my goodness. And we've got the Queen with her ability. The Yetis and the Queen break their way into the core. Who needs a log launcher to cut through that base anyway? They've got it under control. The single even goes down. And what is actually left over to this base? We've got the town hall and we've got the scatter shot on the back end. With the warden ability going to have to be used for the town hall here, we've got the ice hound and we've got freezes for the back end to help work through the scatter shot. Now the ice hound is going to help seal the deal here, getting these loons safely past the splash damage from the wizard tower. So we do have the 2 freezes reserved for the back end scatter. And is he even going to need both of them is the question. The way these loons are surrounding, just with a haste and a freeze, it should be more than enough to get the job done here. finally working through, but doesn't want to take any risks. You got to commend him on that. Doesn't want to take any risks at losing out on the perfect war. He does use that final freeze, loons for days he's got here to the very end, including his cleanup. My goodness, Ast comes in, and he is officially the finisher, dropping the perfect war for ATN. GG. This is why he's called the finisher. This is exactly why he's called the finisher. See? It's going to be a thing. I'm telling you. I don't think I can say. So let's see how Odin's finishes this up. We've got Poppy coming in. Ooh, some super witch action. And bringing the Zapquake to actually navigate the path here. Bring those witches in. Going for the scatter. The accidental gifted sub. I've got to read that in a second. Oh, here we go. Sorry, no, not for the scatter. Goes in for the core, navigates the path. I am curious to see if he's going to spend the time using this warden to work through the eagle. It's going to be a bit time consuming, so I think that would be the biggest issue. We do have the opening now set. Gets that wall break in place for the town hall. But there's no way he's going to go for this eagle. This is going to take forever and a day to get through. And he's going to waste so much time. With these super witch attacks, you want to get them going by the 2-minute mark, the latest. And even then, you still run the risk of some issues time-wise. We do have the siege barracks to work to the top side of the base, that 11 to 12 o'clock side with the king, take on that scattershot chamber. But are we really going to leave the eagle to the very, very end and navigate through that way? So pathing is set. Ooh, this is a problem. Oh, this is a huge, huge problem. Not cleaned up enough on that bottom side. We get the super witches pulling. Now the queen does at least make her way to the town hall here, but no support from the healers. She's not going to get much more. Also getting sucked up by that tornado trap. Does have to force the ability here. She's holding on to it. Freeze helps hold off the town hall. There we go. Forces the ability to get the town hall down. But the witches and the warden working through to the bottom side of the base. This is not anywhere near what Poppy had in plan when he started this raid, but he's going with it. We still have the warden ability to help get through the scattershot. Eagle's already down, so that means some limited damage. If the top end scattershot goes down, is there going to be enough to try and get this one done? Queen, though, struggling to get past the hounds, and we have the defending queen who still remains. King is down for the count. Not enough, nowhere near enough value, unfortunately, from the king and siege barracks section of this. This is going to struggle to finish up, but you got to give it to him. He's trying. He has given it everything he can. This is the unfortunate thing with a witch attack. When you do these super witches, if you get one small pull from your super witches, that's what can really kill your raid. More times than not, time is the biggest determining factor for it. But kind of what I call user error. If there's any issues with funnel pathing, that's going to be your next biggest demise, and it's almost never recoverable. So it's a tough way to see this finish up because they did have a beautiful, beautiful performance going up against ATN. So you got to give it to Odin's. GG to them. But huge shout out to ATN coming in with the perfect war. They are the season, they're the two-time reigning ESLM champs here. So coming in for the 3rd season. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you not only enjoyed the sneak peek of the Royal Champion skin to come for the April Gold Pass, but I hope you really enjoyed the war from ATN. These guys are really dominating and they put a lot of time and effort into it. So this is all very well deserved. It's a combination of hard work, dedication, and skill, just pure talent that they have. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the sub button, just so you know when the content goes live. And don't forget to get those creator codes in if you're making your Gold Pass purchase. Until next time, this is Lady B. I'll catch you guys later.